Morning, morning. Happy Thursday, guys. So come to lie back. We're going to begin lying. So head towards the back of your mat, feet towards the front. And we're doing some lower body strength this morning. So something that we don't actually get to do a lot of in yoga. We do a lot of lengthening of the low body, but things like our glutes, our hamstring strength is quite often missed out in our yoga practice. So this session, although it might feel hard, is a really good one to balance your practice. We need our muscles to not just be long, but also strong. That's the perfect muscle, right? So just begin to settle. Do whatever feels good this morning. Sometimes it's nice to change the arm position. You might want to have the hands on the belly, out beside you, or even above the head is quite nice as well. That really settles or broadens the front of the chest. Close down the eyes. Send your attention to any of those places that you know for you hold tension and tightness. And if you need to just give them a little wiggle, maybe a big breath in and a sighing breath out. And send the breath to those areas. Sometimes I visualize them like the muscles kind of melting, yeah? Like the knots in them just getting a little bit, almost like melting away. Sink down into the earth and just allow the whole weight of you to be held, to be carried. And just check in with how you are this morning, how you're feeling. Are you looking forward to your practice? Did you wake up full of energy, or was it a little bit more of a struggle today? Either one is fine. You're here, you made it. And you're exactly where you need to be. The next part of your morning is just some time dedicated to yourself, to your body, moving it in ways that feel good. And then also allowing this time to have as clear a mind as possible. It is easier said than done, so that's where our breath comes in. That's like your superpower in yoga. So let's just set up our breath together. So nice long exhale wherever you are. And then breathe in through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 2, 3. And breathing out, 2, 1. As you inhale, can you feel the belly rise? As you exhale, can you feel the belly lower? If you want to move your hands to that part of you, you can. Just so you can connect a little bit more to the breath and where it's moving in your body this morning. Where can you feel that growth and expansion on the inhale? That lowering and contraction on the exhale. And if the mind is wandering still, as best as you can, just let it rest on this journey that your breath makes with each inhale and each exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, on your next inhale, take a full body stretch. Really make yourself super long. And then as you exhale, draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a little hug. You might even bring the forehead up to the knees. And then just do that a few times. So inhale, reach everything away. Exhale, slide the heels in and give yourself a hug. And there's no rush on this. You move with your own rhythm of breath. And if you want to pause, you can. Inhale to reach away. Exhale to draw in. Good, and then next time you're exhaling to draw the knees in, let's pause there, let the head, neck and shoulders come down and just extend. Well, we're going to lift our legs, we're going to keep a bend to the knees, okay? So relax the shoulders down the back, draw in the navel, try and lengthen the tailbone towards the heels so that we're nice and long in the spine. And the core will switch on a little bit here. So if this is enough, you stay here. If you do want to work with straight legs, you can. That's the second option. But notice if the low back lifts, we don't want that. Draw the navel in. And then on your next exhale, we're just going to lower the right heel down to the floor. And then we're going to bring it back to center. Exhale the left heel down to the floor. And bring it back to center. And just keep going. So we're working the lower core, but this also gets into the front of the hips a little bit as well. So you'll feel the hip flexors working, and you can even kind of put your fingers on the front of your hips where like your jean pockets would be, and you'll feel those hip flexors allowing this movement to happen. If you want a little bit more, like I said, you can straighten the legs. Maybe you're doing both heels together. But again, just be mindful of the low back lifting. We don't want that. And just take a few more, nice and slowly, nice and controlled, breath and movement. Try maybe just one with the heels together if you can. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Good, on 1, bring the feet to the floor, knees are bent. On your next inhale, push through the heels and roll the spine up, squeezing at the top, and then exhale, come straight back down. Good, so some little bridge lifts. Inhale to curl the spine up. Exhale to roll it back down. Now just be mindful, the feet are hip width. You're really pressing through the big toes. And you want to keep the thighs like drawing in towards one another. So if you know that you're kind of splaying out a little bit, you can squeeze a brick as you lift up and as you lower down. So if you want to add a little bit more to this, squeeze a brick between your thighs and lift and lower. We're just going to do about 30 more seconds. Maybe squeezing and holding for a couple of breaths at the top, and you should feel your glutes switch on, your hamstrings. Especially if you're squeezing that brick. Good, we're here for 3. We're here for 2. Good, let's all just lift and squeeze for one more round. Good, and then releasing down. Give the knees a hug in, cross the ankles. Let's roll up and down the spine. Remember, if you don't like to do that, you can always just roll to one side and push yourself up. And then we'll meet in a tabletop. Great. So, you know what to do here. You're just getting comfortable. A little bit of movement of the spine. All that stuff that feels good for the spine first thing in the morning. Rounding, dipping, a little bit of swaying. Great. And then let's kick the right heel away. So tuck the toes under, give the leg a little stretch, and then when you feel ready, we're going to lift that foot off the floor, driving the heel away. Now, we've been practicing a little bit on balance this month, so if you want, you can add in the left arm. We're just going to stay for about 10 seconds. Reaching left fingertips forward, driving right heel back for 3, for 2. Listen carefully on 1. Just drop the left hand, bend the right knee and start to do those little kickbacks, okay? So it's like we're stomping the heel on the ceiling. Good. So you want to get right to the top of the range of movement and then do those little pulses. Just 30 seconds, so you're halfway already. Stay with it. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Arm 1, release. Back knee comes down and we're just swishing it out, doing what feels good before we do that on the other side. So left toes tuck under, extend the left leg away. Give yourself a moment to get balance, nice and equal weight through both hands as you lift those toes up. Be mindful you're going to want to lean to the right, try and keep in center, and then if you can, right arm reaches forward. Keeping the gaze to the top edge of your mat as well, I find that really helps. Again, we're not here for long. Relax the shoulder, keep reaching. Stay with me for 3, for 2. Good, on 1, just drop the hand, bring a bend to that knee. 30 seconds of those little stomps. Again, try not to lean to the right. Keep the hips nice and square. If the pulse is too much, you can just hold this. Good. Last 15. You got it. Keep stomping, squeezing right at the top. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, on 1, release, let it go. Nice. Okay, let's tuck all 10 toes. Send the hips back to the heels and then lift up into downward facing dog. So, first one, let's just walk it out here. Yeah, bending one knee and bending the other knee. And remember, we want the weight to be back, so just be mindful the shoulders and wrists and elbows. We're trying to get them diagonal, and then that line continues up to the hips. And then it doesn't really matter about the legs. Yeah, eventually they might lock out, but it's more that line from hips to shoulders to wrists that we're focusing on. That length in the spine. Good. Okay, when you're ready, look forward. See if you can take a walk or maybe a big step to the top of the mat. And I'm going to be saying toes behind wrists quite a lot today. So see if you can get your toes behind your wrists or thereabouts. And just take a little dangle here, a little swish from side to side. Good. Nice. And then when you feel ready, we'll roll up to stand. 10 rounds of sun salutations coming your way. Lower body strength in between. Remember, always optional. I'll give you lots of different variations, so you take the ones you want to. And yeah, just enjoy the movement. On an inhale, let's reach the arms up. My feet are still hip width. Yeah, we're kind of keeping them hip width today. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale, big step back to plank. So fully plant the hands, take a big step back to your plank and lower your knees and your belly to the floor, sending the elbows back. Good. Inhale, little lift of the chest, tops of the feet stay down. Exhale, strong push back to a child's pose and then lifting into downward facing dog. Okay, so look forward and lift the right leg back and behind you. As you exhale, we're going to step that right foot between the hands. So draw the knee into the chest, roll forward and step it through. Doesn't matter where it gets to, bump it up if you need. Strong through the legs, so my feet are still hip width, yeah? I'm on the back toes, I'm on the front foot. We're coming into our high lunge. So yogi's choice, you can keep the hands on the hips, hands prayer, or reaching them up. Remember, we're focusing on balance today, well this month, so Really focus on staying as stable as you can here. Nice and low in the legs, strong back leg, front hip drawn back, tailbone long, navel drawn in. Yogi's choice what you do with the arms. We're here and we're holding for 30 seconds in total, then we're going to do something else. Last 5. Sink a little lower for 4, 3, 2, good. On 1, now we're going to inhale up and we're going to exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, testing the balance, yeah? Keep the hips next to each other. That right hip's going to want to shoot forward. Inhale up, exhale down. If you want, you can reach the arms as you come up. You can cactus them as you come down. Just adds another dimension to your balance. Again, we're just doing 30 seconds. You've got 10 more from now. Nearly there, guys. Good. Last 3. Last 2. On 1. Hands to the floor. Back foot meets the front foot, but we're hip width, yeah? So remember, toes behind wrists as you lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, back to stillness. Okay, round 2. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forward, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, big step back. Okay, so we're going to come back to our high lunge. So go through your vinyasa, belly to the floor. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog. So right leg high to the sky again, same leg. Exhale, step it forward. So you've been here before, we're in our high lunge. Feet are hip width, we're sinking low. So from here, we're going to hinge forward. So the legs don't move. We're just bringing the torso to match the angle of the back leg. If you want a little bit more, biceps by the ears, or your hands can be in prayer, I don't mind. Pull this right hip back. Push off those back toes a little bit. Holding. We're just here for 30 seconds. Breathing. Can you play around with those back toes? Just pushing off them a little bit. I'm sure you know what's coming on the next round. That front leg's really feeling this. Last 5. Pull the right hip back, 4. Draw the navel in, 3. 2, relax the shoulders. On 1, hands to the floor. Bring the left foot forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Okay, round 3. Inhale, we're coming into that balance. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Do your vinyasa. Remember, guys, you can always miss the vinyasa. Yeah, you don't have to do this little movement. We're always going to meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. So we're going to add all that together. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, sink a little deeper first. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. Okay, really plug that right foot to the floor. Hands to hips or prayer, push off the back toes. Warrior 3. I've got to be careful because I've got a wall in front of me. So you're in your warrior 3. Now if that's too much, the back toes can be down. You can just stay a little bit lower with the leg, or you're holding here. You have another option if you want to level this up. You can start to float forward and bring the knee in, and then you can start to kick it back. Either way, you've got another 30 seconds of holding or of that floating. If you've got a strong warrior 3, try the float. If you're still working on your warrior 3, holding. You've got 15 more seconds. Square the hips, square the shoulders. Keep the gaze forward to the top edge of the mat. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Listen carefully on 1. Soften into the right knee. We're all going to bring the knee through. Lift it high. Kick out the left heel just for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. I know, on 1. Release. Whoa. Let it go. Okay, let's do all of that on the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, big step back. Well done, guys. Okay, so you kind of know where we're going now on the left side. So inhale, left leg nice and high. Exhale, step it through. Bump it up if you need. Feet still hip width. Push through the feet and rise. So remember, the first round, we're just going to hold our high lunge. So sinking really low, pulling that left hip back, strong back leg. Try and get as low as you can. Breathing, staying strong. Relax the shoulders. Hands prayer, hands hips, or you can reach up. Last 10 seconds here. Can you sink a little lower? And then you know what's coming. We're going to move through those ups and downs, okay? So on an inhale, you're reaching up, extending the legs. As you exhale, you're coming back down. 30 seconds of those. If you want, you've got to inhale to reach and an exhale to cactus the arms. Inhale up, exhale down. Good, you've got 15 more seconds. Stay with it. Can you get a little bit lower each time? Improving that range of movement. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. On one, hands to the floor. Back foot comes forward. Hip width and parallel, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, back to stillness. Okay, let's add on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, through your vinyasa. So we're coming forward into that hinge position. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips, get them square, sink a little lower, and then bring the torso forward, like we're creating that diagonal shape from the back heel to the crown of the head, hugging that left hip back. So that front leg's really feeling this. My feet are still hip width. That will help with the balance. You've just got 20 more seconds here. Reach the arms if you want. Maybe play around with that back toe, pushing off, sending the heel back. Because next round, that's what we're going to do. We're going to push off. Stay with me. Last 5. Keep hugging the left hip back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the floor. Back foot comes forward as you lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Okay, well done, guys. Okay, we're on round 6. Warrior 3. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, lengthen. Enjoy the movement and the breath. Enjoy the feeling of being strong as well. Yeah? Inhale, left leg nice and high. Exhale, step it through. Nice and wide with the feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink a little bit lower first, maybe hands to hips. Grow taller on the inhale. Hinge forward on the exhale. And if you can, push off those toes and come into your balance, yeah? So pushing off, floating the leg. There's no rush here. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you keep the toes down and you just float them up for a few moments and then bring them back down. Remember, your second option, if you've got a strong warrior 3 and you feel stable here, is to soften into that left knee and bring the right knee up and through and then send it back. Either way, guys, we've got 20 more seconds wherever you are. Floating and lifting or holding. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, listen carefully, 2, soften into the left knee. On 1, let's all stand tall, lift the knee high, kick the heel out, just for 5, for 4, 3, 2, well done. On 1, let it go. Shake it out. Good, well done. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, big step back. Okay, listen carefully. We're going to bring the feet from downward dog behind the wrists. So maybe you're stepping or maybe you're jumping, but toes behind the wrists. Then sit down in an imaginary chair and then lift the sit bones. And just do that a few times. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good, next time you're down, we're going to stay down and float the arms forward. So we're in like a wide Utkatasana. Now, I don't mind if you kind of bring your hands to prayer for this one or clasp them together. But either way, we're going to step the right toes back, sink low, drop the knee, and then step it forward. I'm going to do that alternate sides. So it's a step back with the left toes now, drop the knee, come up, step it forward. I know. Right toes, drop, up, forward. Back, drop, forward. So just keep going. We're going to do 60 seconds of these. So it's a step back, lower, up, forward. But that staying low at the front is what's really going to work us today. Okay, I know. Tough one, right? The lower you stay, the more intense it is. You're halfway. So nearly there. Stay with it. Don't worry if you wobble. Try not to stand up. Last 10 seconds, you've got this. Good, stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the legs, reach the arms. It's probably going to feel nice to press the hands into the low back and just tip the hips forward. Well done, good. Okay, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fall forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, big step back. Well done, guys. Okay, so 2 more rounds. We're nearly there. You've got an Utkatasana hold, which is what we just did, so no taps. And then we'll finish with our little yogi burpees. So step the feet to the backs of the wrists again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit in that imaginary chair. Sweep the arms forward and stay here. I know. So lengthen through the tailbone. Draw the navel in. Send the weight into the heels. Biceps by the ears, or hands in prayer. I don't mind. You've got this. You are nearly halfway. Good. We've got 30 more seconds from now. I believe in you. Stay strong. Breathe. Lengthen through the tailbone. Last little bit of work. You've just got 1 more round after this. So don't let anything don't leave anything behind now. This is the last bit of work. You've got 10 more seconds. Stay with me for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, well done, on 1. Release, just let it go. Okay guys, I'll give you the option of taking a vinyasa here, but by all means you can just dangle and hang out, yeah? And walk it back to downward dog. Either way, we're meeting in downward facing dog when you're ready. Right, last round, okay. Yogi burpees. So remember what you know with these ones. We're not going to jump into yogi squat. We're going to jump the toes behind the wrists or step. So let's do 1 together. So look forward, walk, step. So lift high into the toes, actually soften the knees if you're jumping. Jump the feet or step the feet behind the wrists. Bend the knees, sink low, sweep the arms to stand. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We go again. Inhale, look forward, lift high into the toes. Exhale, jump the feet behind the wrists. Inhale, sweep the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, land the feet. Inhale, stay low, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Okay, you got it. Keep going. Let's do another 30 seconds. Plank, downward dog, jump, sit, sweep the arms, fold. So we stay low in these ones, yeah? Plank, down dog. Toes behind wrists, bend the knees, sink low. Exhale, fold. Last 15 seconds. Good. Try and do that jump if you can. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Well done. On 1, wherever you are. Drop the knees. Take them wide. Bring the big toes to touch and just sink back into child's pose. Well done, guys. Let it go. So you've probably noticed this month we're focusing on the feet being hip width and parallel, whereas last month we were turning the toes out, working the outer and inner hips. This time it's all about the glutes, the quads and the hamstrings, and a bit of balance, obviously. So just come back to your breath. Take a few moments here. And then you can roll up to kneel when you feel ready. Sitting nice and tall. Let go of the breath now, let go of your practice, and just know you're all done. Go gently into your morning. Really think about the next thoughts, words and actions of your day. Well done, guys. Great effort. Lovely morning practice. Thanks for joining me. Happy Thursday. Have a good one. Same time tomorrow. We're back to length. Thanks, guys. Cheers, Laura. Gosh, I'm a bit sweaty this morning. It's hot. Well done. Thanks. Bye, Gail.